Hello, hello everybody, welcome back. We are here on the Alpha to Omegas. We are just getting ready to start running some small Wasteseekers. I want to try it again. Hopefully this time we don't have to send the Tech 10 character to go save them. I have made adjustments. Namely, I have put a web of fire on this character and this character down here. And in the top here, I have the armor command burst, since it can affect each ship. What I think I might do, I only have about 500,000 fuel. That is... Oh, how many minutes is that? That is 277 activations, which is 277 minutes, which is about 4.5 hours of running that constantly. That's fine. We should be able to work around that. So that's the fit. We haven't really changed much. Just added those web of fires onto the other two characters. We're going to be collecting the loot with the bottom left character here. Mainly because that character is the one that needs money the most. Although if we do get like 2 good items, like 400,000 plus ISK items, we will go ahead and trade that over to, or 400 million ISK items, I should say. We will go ahead and trade that over to this character, so it can be about that 2 million ISK mark, as well as this character can go up to whatever it needs to be. I'm gonna hopefully be able to buy a rattlesnake by the end of this month and this Concord Pass. Um, we're about 30 days, probably less, in order to get our hands on the next tech level. So what I'm going to do as a sort of present to these characters, when they complete their Concord Pass for the month, I will just go ahead and purchase the basic one for $249, which would give us more than enough ISK to cover the rattlesnakes and fit them pretty well. I think as a present for the end of their journey from Alpha to Omega, that should be a reasonable thing to do. Once we have our hands on the rattlesnakes, we will I think I'll do a giveaway for all the ships that these characters have accumulated. Anything that can be traded to pilots that are already Omega. Uh, so we'll go over that a little bit further when I actually get to that video. Because I only want to be left with the rattlesnake by the end of it. And probably some of the specialty ships that we've gained over time. Alright, let's see if we are in a fleet together. I don't think we are. We are. That's good. And let's determine where we want to go. So far I've had a lot of luck running around in like every shore and Sync Liaison. Metropolis was pretty empty last time we went. But I think I'll head back toward every shore. Hey, Snoopy, how you doing today? I think you're the first one here. Yep, Gino's here now. Alright, we are looking for small Wasteseekers. So if you come across one, if you could share that to me, um, that would be great.
Autopilot engaged. Undocking.
I'm doing pretty good. I took this morning off, just to prepare for something that happened, and then, ended up wanting to stream after that, so let's make some money on the alphas.
Warp drive active.
So we're going to keep an eye on our Cosmic Anomaly tab. If anything like a small Wasteseeker shows up, we will run it. What kind of day have you had so far?
Warp drive active.
Oh yeah, I've been watching, and so many people have pulled good pulls today. It is actually wild.
Warp drive active.
If you end up finding a small or coming across a small Wasteseeker, and you don't want to run it, it'd be nice if you could share that with me so we can go run that. Yeah, that's awesome. You've had some pretty good luck with
Warp
that.
drive active.
I like it. It actually seems like this event, a lot more people have gotten what they wanted, which is really good. Because I remember when the Bodyguard Dreadnoughts came out, a lot of people had some really bad luck. Now let's see. Medium Wasteseeker. I can't run that.
Warp drive active.
Large Wasteseeker here. We're gonna sort by name as well.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
Yeah, what do you think about us getting, buying the Concord Pass this month? We're only 30 days away from from being able to access, Tech 8. If we buy that Concord Pass after we complete our normal levels, it would give us enough money to actually
Warp drive active.
buy the Rattlesnake completely, and it would probably put us like a lot quicker to Tech 8 just by doing one Concord Pass. It's only like 200 Aurum or something like that, 250 Aurum. It's not like a crazy amount compared to some of the other things you can do in this game. I think that would be a pretty good reward for these characters, um, as a congratulations to them reaching
Warp drive active.
their Tech 8 goal before they actually become Tech 8. What you got going on, Snippy?
Warp drive active.
Is that a faction drone? Or an officer drone? Or did you... 41 million build cost, okay. Oh wow, that's worth it. Oh,
Warp drive active.
why is that so crazy? Dang, that's worth it. I should do that real quick. Are there buy orders for it right now? There's another large Wasteseeker. We can't run that.
Warp drive active.
It's gonna take us a while to find the small Wasteseekers. One order of 1.1 billion. Yeah, if we're... Wonder what the blueprint cost is. Have you found that out? Nope.
Warp drive active.
Hi, Phoebe. How you doing today? I'm doing good. Another large Wasteseeker. It's almost harder to find a small Wasteseeker now rather than the
Warp
large
drive
and the
active.
medium. I think a lot of people are running the smalls because they have like battleships and stuff. Yeah, if you find a small Wasteseeker, uh, let me know where it is, and we'll head there and try to. Ooh, got one. Alright, here we are.
Fleet warp.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, those salvage drones are so good to have. I really had kind of hoped we might be able to get our hands on the rattlesnake and the like Tech 8 um before this event ends. Yeah, two webs, a painter, and a scram works really well. I need to turn auto orbit off on these other two characters.
Enemy ships detected. Fleet orbit. We're under attack.
Interesting to note the visual glitch in the top left showing my prophecy and that it's a battle cruiser. It should be only frigates and destroyers. Painter works at pretty much all ranges. The only exception would be like extreme long range. Okay, let's go ahead and swap over to that. Get a second web on there. Give our drones something to shoot at. We're just gonna keep our alts orbiting the main character as much as possible. I'm hoping to get my hands
Enemy ships detected.
on 2 items worth about 400 million each. That would be really good to have. Okay, let's just go ahead and turn on the armor command first here.
Shield damaged.
You can see my ships orbiting me here. Okay, we're gonna get our second repairer going. We are fine to run pretty hard here.
We're under attack.
I might turn auto orbit on for this one character. And have my other two kind of follow me around.
We're under attack.
That should work pretty well. In case we start taking some pretty heavy damage, I do have a damage control to try to help me out. But we really shouldn't have that much of a problem in this environment.
We're under attack.
It seems like this time we're doing a lot better. We don't have that issue with enemies running away. So let's go ahead and activate the top gate here.
Warp drive active.
We're under attack. Fleet orbit.
The Nosferatus and the neutralizers that are in this environment are not so bad. The reason why I'm having nice 85 billion, that's awesome. The reason why I'm having these two ships that are my alts orbit my main ship is just to keep them moving. Any little bit of damage negation that we can get out of this, I'm going to try to use to my advantage.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack. We're under attack.
No, unless you're talking to Snoopy. Pretty sure I'm cap stable at like half. Yeah, 42%. So I can go pretty hard on my repairs and still be fine even with Nosferatus and neutralizers on me.
We're under attack.
I can see as a single player,
Enemy ships detected.
the alphas just cannot do this.
We're under
They
attack.
absolutely need a fleet in order to actually perform.
Fleet orbit.
Damage so far is pretty okay. It's not a major
We're under
problem.
attack.
Why aren't you sure about the Melody Core? It's awesome. it's also like one of the best PvE nanocores out there.
We're under attack.
Still useful in PvP in some cases, like trying to get drones off of you. Okay. Yeah, I mean, either one is going to be a good option. And it's very likely that this nanocore will come back at some point in the future. I believe we've seen the Starbeat nanocore twice or three times now since its release. So Star Melody should be kind of the same. It just might be 6 months, 8 months, a year before we see it again. Yeah, the loot from the graphs would help with that a lot. But you can do graphs like any time of the year. Okay, let me go loot all of these crates here. Oh, I'm gonna keep that running. Yeah, you would. I don't know, I think both options are really good options. It just matters more if you care about clearing things faster than the Starbeat nanocore, the Star Melody nanocore is going to clear out waves and save you. Yeah, it is definitely expensive to level nanocores. I usually don't go full ham on a nanocore. I don't think I have a single one that's fully leveled. The closest one I might have is the thermomagnetic storm core on my Dominic's Navy issues. And even that nanocore that I have is only like halfway or maybe a little over halfway leveled. Yeah, the failure rate is what really gets you on leveling nanocores. I don't think you should ever have to have a maxed out nanocore. I forgot to turn on my afterburner. That would have made this a lot faster. Hmm, that's a lot of damage. Okay, got nothing there. That is only the first room, though.
Warp
Made
drive active.
1.6 million in bounty ticks so far, which pays off the.
We're under attack.
Web fires we got for our alts were about 1.7 million, so that's pretty good that we've already paid that off.
We're under attack. Enemy ships detected.
That's really good.
We're under attack.
Yeah, 9 stab is really good. Especially if you're gonna be in a position where you need that, such as like Wasteseekers or in low sec or null sec, just to try to get away. Wow, that one hurt.
We're under attack. Enemy ships detected.
Yeah, it really does matter. Um, Especially in Eve and Eve Echoes, every percentage point matters to doing things more efficiently or being safer. A great example of that is sometimes there are ships in this game that orbit just outside of normal weapon fire range, like something like a modified weapon fire or Republic fleet weapon fire, where it's like
Under attack.
13.6. That 0.6 is what you needed to actually catch that ship and slow it down. Okay, we are taking some damage there. That's because I have my armor tank turned off. That's okay, that's exactly where we have a damage control. Everything else is doing alright, just that one I wasn't paying attention to. That was exactly the
We're
perfect
under attack.
scenario where I needed that damage control. I'm so glad I had it.
We're under attack.
The webs aren't that bad. The scram is a little bit poor, but the web isn't that bad. You really just want this web to get that little bit extra range. Otherwise, it's the same flight velocity adjustment. Alright, let's go ahead and loot. Now that's a little bit more expensive. Um, if I just had indispensable cash, I'd go with Predator warp scrams and Predator webs. They really need to add, like, C-type versions of all this stuff. Or officer module versions of all this stuff. I forgot to turn off my command burst. Yeah, it's pretty close, that Shadow's Apprentice. And you're right, it's like a third of the price. And, like, even in your example, the Federation the Republic fleet which I'm using, it's 59%, so it's down another 2 for that, and then you're down to 13.6 rather than 14.2. So it's not bad, it's just a cheap option. This thing's not even like a tenth of the cost. Well, it's a little bit over 1/10 of the cost. See, what was that? Upgrades, upgrades. That's sad when you have less money than my alphas. But I planned these alphas pretty well, I think. I don't know that there's much more that I could have done with these alphas to have made them more successful. Wonder what that's worth. 4 million. What about the item itself? 7 hours ago you had 2.3 billion. What did you buy, Kubi? Oh, you bought drones, didn't you? Nice. How did you find a bunch of blueprints for them? Were you just running the, anomalies? The relics? Okay, cool. Okay, so no luck there. Let's go ahead and get to the next room.
Warp drive active.
We're under attack.
So you were having some doubts about the drones earlier, Kubi. Uh,
We're
how do you
under
feel now that you've had a few hours with them?
enemy ships detected. We're
Oh
under
yeah.
attack.
I thought you were saying that you found like a bunch of the integrated um salvage drones,
Replenished.
so that's why I was confused. But that's a lot of blueprints. I like it.
We're under attack.
If I could get one of those from this, that would put one of my characters back on track.
We're under
Nice. Yeah, I pretty
under
much,
attack.
to put all three characters at the same, like, 2 billion-isk mark, I would need to find 3 4 million-isk blueprints. 400 million, not 4 million. 400
We're
million-isk
under
blueprints.
attack. Enemy ships detected. We're under attack.
Definitely taking some damage here, but it's going okay. Ooh, you got lucky.
We're under attack.
Omega is safe now, yes. You can now buy 2 months of Omega. Well, 1. That's kind of why I hope to be Tech 8 before this event ends. That would seriously make a huge difference for us if we can get
We're
into,
under attack.
the Rattlesnake and run mediums. And also be able to run Dormant Realms pretty comfortably.
We're under attack.
Okay, it seems like we're not taking that much damage anymore, so I'm gonna turn off one of my repairs.
We're under attack.
Yeah, probably. Um,
We're under attack.
and that's probably like a full tank build, isn't it? That's not a DPS build. A DPS build on the Cobra should be somewhere around like 4,000.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack.
Let's get our double armor repairs going again. We just need to kill something. we are attacking 3 different ships now. We need to not do that.
We're under attack.
Take that one next, and that one next. Okay, DPS has come down a little bit. These sights can be very harsh when all of the enemies focus one ship, and you do not have that many slots for tank. But that is exactly why I run a damage control. It's just in case I need to stop the damage for about 30 seconds. Or 12 seconds. It might give me just enough time to clear off some enemies that were harming us. Yeah, the smalls are pretty much the extent of what these alphas can do in a fleet. Mediums are a little too hard for them right now.
We're under attack.
Why are you attacking that one now?
We're under attack.
Should be... Oh, alright, all the waves are done. That's good. Okay, we've got one more warp gate, I think, until the end of this small. There we go, that's better. That's definitely a little bit better. Getting one of these. It's not something we can sell right away. Okay. Wow. The sound of that ship is annoying when it glitches. come on, you. I know we want some money. While we're here, we'll have a look at the cost of a rattlesnake. 2.8, not bad. It's something we can get our hands on pretty easily by the end of this month. But I really need to get these other two characters up to about that 2 billion-ish amount. Expert team combat. Let's see if anybody's actually looking to buy any of these. Nope. That is okay. We'll eventually find some kind of drone blueprint that we can sell. Okay, nothing there. Let's go ahead and do our warp into, I believe it should be the last room. It's gonna be tough. We're probably gonna end up running our armor, both of our armor repairs the entire time. Okay.
Fleet orbit.
There we go. And this one is currently being crazy.
We're under attack.
Yeah, what did you, what'd you end up putting on that Cobra? Well, that's not crazy. I think that's fairly reasonable. The ship itself is like 11.8 right now, or 12. Cobra, C-type rapids. That assault order is definitely gonna hurt you there.
We're under attack.
That shield generator and shield extender are definitely gonna hurt you there. Integrated. Yeah, it all looks good. But that price could come down just a little bit,
We're under
depending
attack.
on what you're doing with that ship.
We're under attack.
Get him to slow down a little bit.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack.
Need to get my double armor rep going on that character.
Fleet orbit.
Yeah, Dormant Realms would be just fine, and low set, that'd be a pretty good option for it. Honestly, I don't see a whole lot of damage incoming here. I thought it would be a little bit worse. As you can see, that visual bug is back in the top left, where you can see two of my prophecies replacing the enemy identifier.
Shield damaged.
Next wave could be a little difficult because I believe one of these waves has a cruiser as an enemy, and we're going to be running pretty hard until that thing dies. Yeah, definitely a lot of stab there.
Detected.
Okay, nope, yep, there's that cruiser. This one's taking the damage.
Armor damaged.
We are
We're
okay.
under attack. We're under
We
attack.
just gotta take care of this enemy. Have to get close enough to him. And we've got a second character taking armor damage, but that means they're not taking as much damage
We're under
on the other character. See, this is exactly the reason why I say, like, a single alpha could not run this, even if they wanted to. They would have to have Omega skills.
Armor damaged.
We should be fine.
Armor damaged. Armor damaged. Shield damaged. We're under attack.
As soon as that cruiser dies, we'll be a little bit better off.
We're under attack.
Okay. Much more comfortable now.
We're under attack.
Kill that one
We're
next.
under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack.
I would think the 70% would still be pretty good at, like, a fraction of the cost.
We're under attack.
So I chose not to activate the damage control there, because I don't remember what the next wave has. And given what we just experienced, I will probably need that damage control on the next wave. If there is a next wave. I can't remember.
We're under attack.
But I'd rather have all of my modules ready to go in the case of a major emergency, rather than have it on cooldown waiting to come back up, and I need
We're
it.
under attack.
So I assessed that the damage I was taking was not enough to overcome my tank, and decided against using my damage control.
Enemy
Yep, wave
ship
4,
detected.
it's all frigates and destroyers, so we should actually be okay here. It's crazy looking one. Let's go ahead and turn on the double armor repair
We're
down
under
there.
attack. Armor damaged. Armor damaged.
Like I said, we are okay here.
We're under attack.
These enemies do also tend to flip around in terms of what ship they are shooting at. So you just have to play with your tank a little bit in between them changing targets.
We're under attack.
Yeah, the integration seems really overkill. But you know, it's an expensive ship, so you want to pay
Armor
for
lost.
protection of that ship.
We're under attack. We're
Who's
under
not attacking the
attack.
right one? No one, okay. We'll go after that one next. Tank is doing just fine. We should be able to get through wave 5 without much of a problem. Because it should be very similar to this wave. It is taking us a little bit of time to try to get through that thing's armor and shield. But we got there. Still maintaining tank here.
We're under attack. We're
Got
under
another
attack.
armor rep going here. Once we clear him out, we should be fine on tank for a while. We just gotta get through it.
Under attack. We're under attack.
You can see here all three of my ships just kind of following each other, attempting to orbit.
We're under attack.
We have one more wave after this. I think I'm gonna start that wave with both
We're under attack.
repairs going, just to try to catch that incoming damage early on. Let's see if we can identify if there is a cruiser
Enemy
in the
ships
mix real
detected.
quick. There is not. Yep, there
We're
is.
under
Nope, there is
attack.
not. So we're gonna go ahead and just keep doing what we're doing best. We are gonna turn on all of our repairs. We just need to clear out enemies.
We're under attack.
These ships do not mind running hard on their repairs. I would rather them do so and keep us alive. The next one we'll go after is this one. Armor's taking some heat
We're
here.
under attack. We're
That's
under
okay.
attack.
Once we kill this guy, we'll have much better DPS coverage.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
I am on the 5th wave, so I can go ahead and use my damage control when I want to. And I think I'm going to anyway. Yeah, just to give us that little bit of boost in protection. What that'll do for 12 seconds, it'll put us at a little bit higher armor resistance across the board, making it harder for the enemy to kill us, and giving us just a little bit of time to heal up.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
I like having these kind of challenging contents that really push your fit to the limit, and your ability to manage capacitor and modules. It just is a lot of fun to have content in the game like this.
We're under attack.
I'm gonna go ahead and throw that armor repair back on again.
We're under attack.
One day I should really set up like a Toby eye tracker and just you guys can see exactly where I'm looking and what I'm looking for. I think that could be fun if I end up getting to it.
We're under attack.
Okay, we need everybody attacking the same guy.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
I'm actually really happy with the performance of these ships in this current fit. Just remember that we only have alpha skills right now.
We're under attack.
Yeah, we've been going for about an hour in a small. If that gives you any indication of like how difficult this actually is for these alphas.
We're under attack.
But it worked. We did not have to send the Tech 10 to save these characters like we did last time. Yeah, an hour for a small with 3 ships. But, something you may not have realized, we have no skill for the prophecy. This would be a lot faster if we were
We're under
Omega. I mean, like, way faster.
We're under attack.
Well, hopefully the cost is that after we run this, we have one item that we can sell on the market to make some ISK.
We're under attack.
That's the general hope right now. It's certainly very difficult, so I really don't put it past
We're under attack.
not running this again if you're somebody who is similar. We have enough for 1 month of Omega Basic plus a 2 billion on one character, 1.4 billion on another character, and 1.1 billion on the last kit. By the end of the month, we should easily have enough for a rattlesnake. On each character.
We're under attack.
Alright. Let's go ahead and turn these engines off. And we'll get this character running loot. So far, it's been kind of a bad run. Our only things we could probably actually sell are like these, which is only about 20 million. Definitely going to be duplicating these bounty ticks. Just so we have something. Okay, first box is a dud. Second box is kind of a dud. That box, might be a dud, I don't know. Typically these, expert skill chips are not doing too well. There's a lot of them just flooding the market. That's better, an Assault Hobgoblin. Not integrated though. It's a better item to have for us. It's still not a whole lot though. It's about 700,000, 300,000. Not a whole lot. And we have one box left. Okay, so this site was almost completely a waste of time. We only really made, I don't know, maybe like 20 million or 30 million. Kinda rough. I was hoping for a little bit better, but that's kind of the chance you take on running small Wasteseeker relics. We're gonna head back to Gina and call that a day.
Autopilot engaged.
So I'm really happy these characters were able to run the site, but I still don't know if I want to keep doing this with the
Warp
alphas.
drive active.
Just because it's not really making us any money compared to just blasting through encounters. Sometimes you do have a chance to get items that are worth like 3 and 4 billion isk. That could have been like game changing for us to have. But we may do another couple of these during this event. We have until the 17th, so that is like 15 more days that this event is live. Uh, so we're gonna try to run that. I don't know, you want me to move over to the Shanghai?
Warp drive active.
Because I can probably run like a medium in the Shanghai. That's about all I'd have time left for.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
Okay, maybe if we can find a medium, I'll run the Shanghai through the medium. I definitely need money. I was hoping to get money on the alphas, but we kinda got screwed over. That was probably one of the worst small relic sites that I've seen in a while.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active. Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
At this point, I'm pretty tired of flying the Prophecy. It's a good ship, but not having access to the DPS really sucks.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
You got lucky on the drones, huh?
Warp drive active.
I'm really debating whether
Warp
it's
drive
better to
active.
run like a warhead charge implant
Warp
on the
drive
Cobra
active.
or run aerospace. Aerospace would give us a good amount of DPS on our drones, which we will need. But warhead charge would bring up our missile damage quite a bit. Oh, nice.
Warp drive active. Warp drive
What's the
active.
actual ogre worth? Actual ogre's 880 million, but so you spent
Warp
900
drive
on
active.
the both of them? That's pretty good.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
Man, it takes a while to get back to Gina.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active. Warp drive active. Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
With the drones and 2p70 burst in damage, we'd be at 2540. That's pretty good.
Warp drive active.
That's an increase over what you had, which was like 21 something. 2160. That's with the mode on the core instead of 32% damage. That's really good. And if that core gets the AI core,
drive
which it
active.
should eventually,
Warp drive active.
you would see a lot out of that. The Battleship Mana Core is just
Warp
so
drive
good
active.
from this event.
Warp drive active.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
You know, I would like more events like we have right now with the Wasteseekers, but I would prefer the loot not to just spew out of everything. Because it has really tanked the market. Which is good and bad. It means people can get their hands on things,
Warp drive
but
active.
you can't sell anything worth anything. How is Flex doing right now? Has Flex gone up or down?
Warp drive active.
Okay, so Flex has pretty much stayed the same. It's gone up a little, but not much.
Warp drive active.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, I hope you get the Melody Capital Core on Wednesday. That would be so good for you. You were still flying the Lucid, right?
Warp drive active.
Destination docking request accepted.
Destination docking request accepted. Destination docking request accepted.
The Hubris, okay. Let's see what we get out of our journey. Pretty much nothing. Oh, just for the mode, interesting. I mean, seems like a good choice. Can't deny that. Okay, so let's go ahead and drop off all of our loot. And see what we can make on stuff. I don't think we're gonna make anything now. I'll just take the 300,000. I don't mind. No buy orders. Nothing. This one was pretty good if I remember. It's like 77,000. And how much is this worth? It's worth about 7 million, 5 million. Okay, we'll go ahead and manufacture that. We'll sell that. We don't have the tech level for it. Seriously? We need tech 8. Okay. We'll hold on to that then. Okay. See, what else do we have? We got these. Yeah, I'll just take the 4 million. I'll take the 1.9 million. I'll take the 4 million. And I'll take the 4 million. Alright. Now I know there's no way I can manufacture one of these. But maybe we can get somebody to buy one. I doubt it though. Yeah, the market's just crashing too hard too quickly right now. Okay, so we're off to 1.136. That's not bad, it's not great. I was really hoping for more, but that's part of the RNG of this event. So thank you all so much for joining me today. Had a lot of fun being able to run the small Wasteseeker on our alphas. I really thought they would be on the fence whether or not they could actually do it, because the last time we tried on Twitch, it did not go so well. The lack of webifiers really prevented us from doing enough damage to deal with the enemies. But by adding those webifiers, we were fine. Making sure that these characters were within range of the armor command burst also helped us out. And we just kind of barely squeaked past that one. Any more DPS, and we probably would have lost the ship. So that's kind of the teetering edge we were on right about there. There were a couple of tight spots, but we made it through. So thank you all so much for joining me. I appreciate everything you have done for me over this past year. Just hanging out, having fun, enjoying what I've been doing. Um, I, I just can't thank you enough. So thank you. And I will see you on the next one. Take care and be safe.